Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Reliable Drain blog. If you're just joining us for the first time, my name's Alicia, and I'm joined by Ken, the owner of Reliable Drain. Ken, how are you doing today?
I am very good. How is everybody else?
I'm doing great. I'm sure the audience is well, too. So in today's video, we are talking about tips for pre-winter plumbing system maintenance. We are officially into fall, and we all know that fall doesn't last very long. Before we know it, it's going to start getting icy, it's going to get cold, it's going to get snowy, and all of those things can impact our draining system, our plumbing system. So I'd like to just turn it over to you to give us some of the tips of what we should be looking at now and taking care of before winter hits.
Sounds good. So we'll do a couple self-help tips, some self-help tips that hopefully can prevent our viewers from calling a plumber, calling me, and having to pay for some services that maybe they could have avoided. The number one thing that we see in Ohio, especially, is people when they leave their garden hoses connected to an outside faucet. We all love spraying our gardens and spraying our yards, and the minute you leave that hose connected, even if you have what's known as a frost-free faucet, you will break that faucet. The pressure that when that water freezes, it'll build pressure and it'll bust that faucet. So the number one thing I can do to save people money is explain and advocate for them to remove the hose connections from their faucets. A lot of outside faucets are also not frost-free. You'll know if it's frost-free by looking at the top of the faucet. There'll be generally a little black cap or a gray or brown cap on top of the faucet. If you have one of those, it's frost-free, which means it shuts off inside the house. There's a little stem that goes back and shuts that water off back inside the house so it doesn't freeze. If you have one of those, you should be safe as long as the hose isn't connected. If you do not have one of those, you need to put some sort of a cover on that faucet to protect it from freezing. So generally in a plumbing system in the wintertime, there's not a lot of maintenance that we have to do to protect that system, right? We're in a heated structure. As long as it's heated, you generally don't have any problems with drains. Sometimes drains are in unprotected or unheated places, and you need to do something to protect them, whether it be drain the water out of it or put some RV antifreeze down that drain to keep it from freezing. But the most problem that we see, the easiest way to prepare for winter is going right back to that hose on an outside faucet. That is the number one, 90% of the time, that is the one thing that we're seeing that causes problems.
Wow, that's actually not what I expected it to be. And, when you first said that, I'm sure the audience could see a bit of surprise on my face, and maybe they felt the same thing. Because like you said, people like to water their gardens and then summer's over and they just don't think about it anymore. So they never disconnect that. So make sure, especially if that's you, get out there right away, unplug or unhook that. You don't need it anymore really for the fall anyway. And if you would like to find out anything else about the different services that Reliable Drains offers, you can definitely check out their website, reliabledrain.com. Ken and I always do videos like this each week. So definitely take a look back at some of our past blogs and stay tuned for our future blogs as well. Thanks so much, Ken.
Thank you.